Eminem is coming to Shade 45 to close out 2020.
What's up, hoes? It's Eminem, and unfortunately, I'm taking you through every fucking trash song on my Music to Be Murdered By Side B Deluxe Trash Edition. They come at me with machine guns, like trying to fight up a net.
Let's get into this celebration starting right now.
What up, people? It's Gray Rizzy. We out here right now, Shade 45, and we got a special for you right now. Look, we closing out the year real big, and I don't know how I get a bigger guest than this right here. The boss is in the building. Eminem, what's going on, my brother? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You know, especially that we...
You know, like when you do it in the studio and like people are clapping and shit, like...
Hey, there's this claps going on all over the place right now, man. But you know what? I want to clap for you because you were able to give us some more music, man. Music to Be Murdered By. Side B is here now, the deluxe. I guess the first thing that I would start with is what made you decide to drop a deluxe on us?
You know, been recording music. So like the whole quarantine thing and all that, like I write all the time anyways, and I'm a lab rat, so I'm in the studio all the time. But there was really nothing for me to do but write. So, you know, I just started recording songs, and I was like, I had the idea to do a B-side, as I think like the first 2-3 songs that I had recorded kind of started seeming like they were heading towards that way. So I just kind of based everything around it again and put it together conceptually.
I need to wrap my head around this because I didn't realize this until I actually read it, that this was like your third surprise release in about 2 years. You know, like obviously the music industry is changing, but what made you decide just to drop it on people? The only reason why I even knew maybe a few days ahead was because I started seeing the Alfred Hitchcock pictures all over social.
I mean, for me, I feel like, you know, I don't know this to be true, but I feel like when I talk about an album that's coming out, like if I give people, you know, notice and they start seeing the track list or they know it's coming, I feel like my best shot at avoiding some of that is to just drop it instead of, you know, people thinking to themselves like, well, you know, well, if he don't have a song about this, then I ain't fucking with it. If he's got a song with this person, I ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it kind of gives everybody too much time to think about it and their expectations of what they think it should be. And I'll never meet that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the theory that I based it off of ever since, I think, Revival.
Just put it out there. Was there like, I guess the time wise, how long did it take to put it together? And was it a long process to get to these 13 songs and 3 skits, 16 in total?
It didn't take, like, a lot of times I think that when there's space between albums for me, it's usually because I'm doing something. I might be doing features for this person or that person, or working with one of our artists on Shady. You know what I'm saying? But these past couple of years, I want to try to give every single thing that I have to this shit. That's been my main focus, I think, since Revival, is to just keep cooking, because a lot of times some of these songs would have been used for, if we had a greatest hits album or something, you know, to put it on or some shit like that. And there's 2 songs on that. Like we did the Shady 15 thing. I had a couple of songs on that. Instead of doing side projects like that, I kind of just focused on my own solo albums.
So look, we start off the project with Black Magic with Skylar Grey. Obviously, you two guys, I should say you gentlemen and that gentlewoman over there, you guys have worked together over the years and always deliver great projects. She's not a gentlewoman.
No.
Is she not gentle? Like, she's harsh?
Yeah, she's really fucking mean to me. So let me say this, and I know I tell her this all the time, but she's like, I've had the privilege of working around a lot of fucking talent. You know, it still gets me, like, it's still crazy to me sometimes when I'm working with Dre and I'm looking at Dre like, you're fucking Dr. Dre. But Skylar is one of the, she has to be, I don't know how to say this, top 5 of the most talented people I've ever worked with, but I've worked with so many talented people. But the rate of speed that she works at, A, being able to write it, and B, being able to sing it, and to sing it that powerful, like, she's an amazing talent. She wears a lot of different hats. She's able to approach songs from angles that I didn't see coming, and also hit notes that I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't expect it to go there. And then it's like, it was weird to me. And then the second time I hear it, I love it. She's amazing, and her talent level is off the charts.
You know, after hearing you describe it like that, it's no wonder why you went ahead and kicked off the project with Skylar Grey on Black Magic?
The explanation is I was trying to give a reason of why you heard the female dying in the beginning of the last record. So it was to tie that in conceptually, but it's left to interpretation whether it's an actual female or it's the rhyme, and the rhyme is trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill the rhyme. And when I wake up, like it's all a dream. So the lines are blurred. You know, it's open to interpretation, but it ties in with the original skit in the beginning of side A. Right
I'm
now.
glad you did. I'm very glad you did. Shit, it's not just me, it's everybody is glad you did. And you know what? This is what I want to do. I want to get to the music right now. We have Black Magic with a collaborator who is family, Skylar Grey. We're going to get into that. We're going to be right back. We got Eminem with us, Shade 45. Hey, Eminem, let me ask you this question when it comes to the title, because you have music to be murdered by, you know, side B. And a lot of times in hip hop, people know that really strong songs on the project are the B-sides, man. Did you intend for that with the title?
I was just trying to at least match the caliber of the last one. So for me, it's like once I felt like it started shaping up to be what it needed to be, at least for me. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but like when it felt like that, then it felt like it was time to put it out.
So Eminem, we got a lot of new talent that's on this right here, Music to Be Murdered By, side B. One of those people are Ty Dolla $ign, and I think a lot of fans are excited to see you two come together. But my question was, like, how did you two come together? What made you want to work with him?
Well, I've been a fan of his for a while now. I think, like, you know, he pops up on my YouTube feed a lot because I'm always looking at what's new, what's out and shit like that. So a lot of times his videos will pop up. And the one that really caught my ear that was like sealed it for me was the All Mine joint that he did with Kanye, where he's singing the falsetto shit. It was so crazy. And I was like, yo, I gotta have but I had to have the right song first before I approached him with it. Yeah, man, he's nuts. The fucking harmonies he does and shit, like he's out of his mind.
Well, I'm glad that you two work together. We're going to get to a song with him in a little bit, but I think I was reading somewhere where the playful Eminem is back, and it's on Alfred's theme. And there's just like this, I don't even know how to put it. Like, even when you're rhyming and you stop and you know, you're talking and you just kind of wash your hands, the birthday song and all that stuff, very of today, everything that everybody's going through. Shit, I'm taking 30 seconds to wash my hands with the happy birthday song. Yeah. Is this like I don't want to say your comfort zone, but I think this is you know, fans love Eminem overall, but this Alfred's theme song is just something about it that makes everybody smile.
Well, I want to say this. It was Paul's idea to flip that beat. So Paul was like, yo, what if you took the Alfred theme and made a beat out of it? I did. And originally, that was actually the first song recorded for the B-side. Originally, we had talked about maybe just throwing it out there. But then once I started like getting, you know, honing in on where I wanted to go, the direction and shit, it started just kind of becoming its own album. You know, it also tied in with the first one so well.
I'm glad you flipped it. I'm glad you listened to Paul, and we're going to have all the listeners listen right now. It's Alfred's theme. Eminem is in the building. Music to Be Murdered By, side B.